Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Q inside Stand on Liquid, and I'm going to do a quick walkthrough on the Boardworks Verve. The Verve is available in two different lengths. You've got 11 feet long and 12 feet 6 inches long. The 11 footer, which we've got standing up to my right, is 27.5 inches wide and consists of 221 liters. So the 11 footer will float about 250 pounds at the beginner paddling stage. The 12.6 that I've got down on the table, a little bit wider at 28.5 inches wide, and it has 250 liters in it. So you're creeping up more towards that 300-pound mark for beginner to intermediate paddlers that can be out on the board. I'm going to talk about some of the key features that it does have. As you can see, it's an attractive board, light in color, so that's going to help the board stay cooler when you're out on the water, on the beach, or it's on your car. The lighter color is just going to detract or reflect the sunlight to help alleviate some delamination issues that prolonged exposure to the sun can have. At the nose of the board, it's a displacement or a touring style of board. So this is a good board for moderate to longer paddles, and with the minimal amount of nose and tail rocker that it has, it's going to glide and track really well for you. As we move up onto the deck, you can see the vector net that's in that. That's these crisscrosses here. What that does is it helps reduce physical weight in the board while maintaining a nice rigid or stiff ride while out on the water. So all for benefits. Slightly crowned on the deck of the board, so as water laps up and over as you're out there, it's going to peel off and it's not going to really slow you down. Integrated tie downs. You've got some bungee cargo area right here, so life jacket, flip flops, dry bag. If you need to take some gear with you out on the water, this enables you to do that. Self-venting plug. I talked about the light color. What this does is it helps mediate the pressure inside of the board. So elevation and temperature changes, that's going to help to alleviate compromising the integrity of the shell. Traction pad. Boardworks' Honey Fomb traction pad. It's not smooth, but it's not a real aggressive texture. So if you're in a touring type paddling application, your feet stay in one place for a prolonged period of time, that's going to help reduce fatigue or numbness, tingling that some paddlers experience while they're out on the water with a board with more contour or texture on the traction pad. But with that small amount of texture that it does have, if it's wet and you move around, you still have a really good grip of the board underfoot. Boardworks uses the lifts up handle. Lifts up handle is great. I can grab it gives me like a luggage style handle so that I can take it to and from the car, transport it along the beach, grab it right there, good firm grasp. If I've got sunscreen or a breeze or some wind going on, I've got that board secure in hand. When you hit the water, you push it down, it's out of your way, you don't have to worry about it. Also, the lifts up handle works really well for security purposes. You can lock it to the roof of your car or any stationary object if it is going to be unattended for a period in time. The traction pad does go back to the tail of the board, so for step back turns or moving the center of gravity along the board, depending on your water conditions, you've got traction underneath you the whole way. So good for all types of water paddling, flat water, open waters, rivers, lakes, oceans, you name it, the Verve will get you out there on it. Gonna roll the board over and I'll show you some of the features on the underside of it. As I talked about, you've got the displacement style of nose, a lighter color there again to help prolong the lifespan of this great board. Relatively flat, so at 28 inches wide like this board, it's a narrower board, but that flat bottom is definitely going to help to increase the overall stability of it. As we go down to the tail of the board, it does have a single fin setup. Boardworks includes an FCS2 fin with their board, so click it in, click it out. It's toolless. You can switch fins on the fly and use whatever fin's going to be appropriate for where you're paddling on that given day. I'd like to thank you for joining us. As I said, I'm Q inside Stand on Liquid, and this has been a stand-up paddleboard review of the Boardworks Verve. Thanks for joining me.